Welcome back to Tony's Life. I've been holding on to these packages for a little while. I don't know why, but got a couple things in. I've got this box, and then I've got another package underneath it here, and a peek here. And I got this one. I had to check it out just to make sure everything's there because I bought this on the secondhand market. Everything's there, so it's all good. But I wanted to do an unboxing of it so everybody can see it. It's a game I've been looking for just a little while that I didn't want to pay ungodly for. I probably paid more than I should have, but it's still, it's a treat to myself. So we'll get into this box second, but the first thing I want to do is I want to show you that I picked up part of the Great Battles of History series, Great Battles, and in this case, it's Chandragupta. Now, this is a topic that I never would have thought I would have been interested in, but when I was teaching 7th grade, I actually got to talk the Mughal Empire. In this case, it's the Mauryan Empire. And so it really got me interested in this Indian period and different things along those lines. I liked the Great Battles of Great Battles of History series. I like the Great Battles of American Civil War as well. But in this case, this is the Great Battles of History. And this particularly takes place in the Mauryan Empire, which is modern-day India, Afghanistan, Pakistan. So you have the Mauryan Empire, you have the Sukhlid Empire, and you have the Kashmir Empire. Then we have the Hindu Kush up here. So this takes place roughly, what did they say? It says on here, 319 through 261 BC. We have 4 battles here. Richard Berg, Mark Herman game system. This is volume number 8 for the Great Battles of History. Yeah, so let's dig into this and see what we got. So let's open it up. Okay, so we got our maps. We have 3 maps, which we'll pull those out in a minute here. We have got a couple player aids. Hey, here's the list. Thank you. We have our movement charts here. Command summary chart, overall commander, different line composition, cohesion and hit and TQ charts. We have our combat charts, shock security, so although this isn't a system as meaning the same rules apply to all the games, but the general basic mechanics are the same. So there are some with camps and cities charts. There's the turn record chart down here. We have the simple Great Battles of History. So in this module, it includes all of it for the simple, although I have found that simple does not mean simple. To me, you might as well just do the full rules. So we have our rules of play here. This is the standard series. So everything would look pretty familiar with this one. Again, the topic just interests me now. I've never was interested into that Asian called Ancient Asian area. But the more I taught, the more I got really interested. So this one has a simple GBH, rules to it as well. And then we have scenarios. I missed the full color, and I'm not even going to try. So we have initial deployment. I like how they have the initial deployments. I'm free setup sometimes. I don't know if we got the information, we should have it. Camp assault. So they have the simple, and then so they do have both the simple GBOH and then the regular GBOH setups for all these scenarios. Quite a bit. I love how they have the historical documents. We have one of the really long maps, so this is going to be one size and then a fitted map onto it. That's a big map. And you're not going to know a lot of these battles unless you've studied the history of it, because we just don't study that much of it at this point. And this is really early in the Indian. So we have 3 counter sheets. We have we have like phalanxes here. So we got our phalanx long ones, but mostly these are counters. Then we have to say these are the. I wish they would list them. They do. Okay. So these are the Kalinga units, the Nandan. Then we have the Tashila. And I do apologize. I can't see what this one is, unfortunately. Just it's where it's printed at, and it's hard to see. But the counters look just magnificent. Just magnificent. Then we have the Marian, which is the Indians, and the Suclids. And then we have different tribals here. So, but mainly those 3 counter sheets. And that's it. Let's take a look at the maps here. Oh, and a D10. God, I have so many D10s. So many D10s. Okay, let's take a look at this smaller map here. So this is that one of those really long ones because it continues on here. This is not two-sided, so that's just a continuation. And then we have, okay. So this will be, let's take a look here. Let's see what we got here. So this is the Takashila. Looks like we got a fort here. So remember, right, this was an attack on a fort. Really nice maps too. And then, so we have Kalinga here, and we have the Magda and Malakatu map. And then, I don't want to rip them. Yeah, just a pretty big flat map on this one. So, let's see. So we have Gandhara, which other than up here, there's nothing to it, which is interesting. And then this is the one that you add the maps to make it a larger one. My favorite thing that I'm looking here is the rampage chart for the elephants. I love that. So this is a time of elephants, as you saw on that. So that was Chandragupta. So really interested in this one. I have to look through the rules, see how much different it is from SPQR or Alexander, if there's much difference at all. Then maybe pull out a battle and do one. But glad I have this one. This was the topic that had interested me. There's not that much about this time period. There is a coin-inspired game that is based in India coming out. It's on the P500. I recommend it very highly. So let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. So this was something I had purchased. I had purchased one thing, and then I was like, hey, I'm just going to purchase another thing. Didn't get the free shipping because I couldn't find another thing. But I kind of wanted the 2 on that. So let's take a look and see what I got here. So I have got ATS module, All Americans, Capture of the Lefebvre Bridge, 1944. Nice, interesting looking map. We have some woods, forest here, road going through, choke point, some higher elevation firing it down. So this will be interesting to go with. I'm looking forward to busting this out and taking a look at that. Maybe we'll do a quick unbagging just so you guys can see it. And this is the other one. So I got this because, well, I have my reasons, but I've seen good things and bad things, or pros and cons and reviews about this. And so I said, you know what? I need to see it for myself. And I'm definitely going to go through this, but I want to see what this plays and how this plays out for myself to take a look. It's supposed to be a good introductory game. It's area control, area movement. So I'm interested in that. It is hard mounted. I want to see it's still got a pretty good suitability. So I really want to see what this is. There's like basic rules, advanced rules. So I want to see what that is. This one was used, so I got it for a good deal. It was unpunched. The cards were sealed. So basically somebody ripped the shrink off of it, and that was it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take this off. And also, I knew since I was getting it from Noble Knight, because that's who I bought it. Oh, they taped it, so that would have ripped anyways. Anyways, there was a bag. That I would be able, if there was an issue, they would take care of it. They have really good customer service. So we have our rules. Now, let's see. So if I flip this over, was this put back on correctly? Yes, it was. Okay. Before I take care of that. Okay, so we have our rules. So let's take a look here. Key concepts. Okay. Event phase. Combat marker card phase. Strategic phase. Movement phase. Combat phase. This seems pretty simple on this so far. Go through here. Objective phase, end of turn phase, how to win. Key thing. Special markers. Events listing. Solitaire, playing both sides. That's pretty interesting. So they have the game is meant for 2 players, but with a few extra adjustments. It can be good for a short campaign of solitaire, a friendly experience by giving the opposition some goals to attain for each, and different things on that. So that's kind of cool that they give some suggestions. And it looks like for a advanced game, we're not adding too much to it. Interesting. Okay, we have our playbook. We have the campaign and scenarios in here. Markers, scenarios, Operation Bagration, Stalingrad minigame. Interesting. Extended example of play. I'll be reading through that. I found myself learning the games better through that and then reading the rulebook, or having them both out at the same time. Great color maps for descriptions. So yeah, everything's all good on that one. Designer notes, Soviet player notes, German player notes. Basic game rules, player using this player aid. These 4 pages of basic game rules are meant for a quick introduction and use less of everything with simpler rules. Okay, so this is like if you want to do basic game. And then, interesting. Be curious to see how that works out. Maybe I'll grab my daughter. We can do that. Global events, 41 through 45. Interesting. Quick reference sheets. And I think we get 2 of those. Yep. They're both the same. Battle results table. We get 2 of those, which is great. And terrain effects. Now, here we go. Guess what? I can literally punch these and be playing in no time at all. And that's it. 2 counter sheets. Oops. I mean, I already punched out one of these guys. So, support. Yeah, we'll take a look here. We have the hard mounted map. Good there. And we have our cards. So this is a diceless system. That's interesting. You're going to figure out differences, it looks like, and then you use that to tell you like which this would be like your combat's result table. This is basically your combat results table. So you're pulling a card, and I bet they all vary. Yeah, they do. So you're going to pull a card, and at the bottom, you're going to look there. So, which is interesting because I've got Field of Fire set up right now, and it's used as a card system. So that'll be interesting. I'm definitely going to dig into this, find out, introductory war games is kind of one of those things. Well, what's introductory to one person is not introductory to another. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map real quick. Here. Oh my god, this is a gorgeous map. But it's got one design flaw. One absolute design flaw. The design flaw. I don't know if you can tell, or if you know what it is. Well, to me, it's a design flaw. I get why they did it, by the way. So don't yell at me for that. But it is a vertical map. So on your table, when you're looking at it, it should go this way. The only problem is that leaves a whole section off the map. I've gotten pretty good at putting these horizontal and using them that way, but I kind of would like to have this one like yeah, I kind of would like this one right here. I'm not big on the vertical maps. I know in some cases it's the best way, and this looks like it's the best orientation for it, or they would have to make it smaller, but with the area control, I think they would have to make it bigger on that one. It's interesting because I have No Retreat Russian Front, which covers basically the same area and hexes. Now, granted, the scale is probably different, so that's why the map's is horizontal and not vertical. But oh well, vertical map, still beautiful, still gorgeous. I like it. It's simple, not overdone. I do like the trees. I do like the mountains here. That's really nice. You have your cities. You have Warsaw, Breslau, Kiev, Kharkov, Voronezh, Moscow, Riga, Smolensk, Leningrad, Kalinin, but not Kaliningrad, Königsberg. So you have all the towns and everything. So that's pretty interesting. Brest, Konotop. And I do apologize if I mispronounce it. But you know what? Maps looks gorgeous. It's other than it being horizontal. Again, just a minor thing. Nothing big on that one. So yeah. So hard card map. So there you go. So we have 2 GMT games. I do have that ATS edition. I'm going to do a separate one for that because I'll do that for my ATSFE channel, and I'll do a module battle walk around on that one. But so you have 2 games, 2 GMT games. We've got Absolute War, the Russian Front, 41 to 45, and Chandragupta. So, any questions? You guys have any reviews on any of these? Any ideas? What you guys think of them? Go ahead, put them in the comments. I like to read them. And we'll go from there. And I will see you guys later. Talk to you later. Bye.